Disney's $270 million Snow White remake just collapsed under its own controversy. And Rachel Zegler is at the center of the storm. Are you tired of Hollywood rewriting your childhood while insulting your intelligence? Is anyone else sick of studios trashing classics just to make headlines? Are you wondering how a fairy tale turned into a feminist PR disaster? Hit the subscribe button right now for unfiltered drama, exposed egos, and the truth they don't want you hearing.
I've been as a young person in this industry who...
It all began with Rachel Zegler, Disney's new golden girl who burst onto the scene with West Side Story and was quickly crowned Snow White in the live-action remake. At first, it seemed like a match made in Hollywood heaven. But from the moment she stepped into the role, the fairy tale started to crumble.
1937, and very evidently so.
Zegler didn't ease into the spotlight. She dove in headfirst, unapologetically bringing her woke agenda to interviews and red carpets. Instead of embracing the classic Disney charm, Rachel critiqued the original Snow White, calling it outdated and taking aim at its iconic love story. "She's not going to be saved by the prince," Zegler quipped. "Maybe she'll be president instead." Fans weren't thrilled. In fact, they were outraged. Social media erupted, and Rachel found herself at the center of a firestorm. Death threats flooded her inbox, and the hashtag #SnowWoke began trending. Fans mocked her with fan edits and comments, saying she was ruining Disney's legacy. "She can't just rewrite the princess narrative because she feels like it," one Twitter user fired back. And thus, the fall of Snow White began. A rise in fame that quickly turned to infamy. When Snow White finally hit theaters, it was dead on arrival, literally. Despite a jaw-dropping production and marketing budget of $270 million, the movie grossed just $35 million worldwide in its opening weekend. That's not just a flop. It's one of Disney's worst-performing live-action debuts to date. Auditoriums across the country were empty. TikToks flooded in showing vacant seats, silent screenings, and zero buzz. Even Rachel Zegler's most loyal stans had nothing to defend. Fans on X roasted the disaster. "This makes the Marvels look like Endgame. Rachel Zegler just pulled off the biggest vanishing act since Cats. Not even the Seven Dwarfs showed up to see it." To avoid further backlash, Disney quietly scaled back the press tour. Minimal red carpets, almost no TV interviews. Insiders claim the strategy was simple: less exposure, less damage. But it was too late. Snow White wasn't just a movie. It became a warning shot for every studio banking on forced rewrites. So where was Rachel? Oh, she was vibing. In full PR chaos mode, Zegler posted a TikTok skit of herself and a group of friends pulling up to a theater, asking for Snow White tickets. The cashier's confusion. For which movie? Ouch. The clip was meant to be cute, self-aware maybe, but it backfired hard. Viewers laughed at her, not with her. "The delusion is real," one user posted. Another said, "Sis really thought she was Beyoncé at the Grammys." The swag, the smirk, the empty theater. It all became meme fuel. Rachel Zegler thought the world would bow down, but the audience ghosted her like an awkward Tinder match, one fan joked. But the drama wasn't just box office deep, it was political. Behind the scenes, tensions reportedly boiled between Rachel Zegler and Gal Gadot during filming. While Disney played it cool publicly, insiders told Variety and BBC that the two stars kept their distance. Zegler posted "Free Palestine" multiple times during production. Meanwhile, Gadot, a former IDF soldier and vocal supporter of Israel, remained firm in her stance, prompting clear ideological division. Disney executives. They allegedly told Rachel to dial it back. One insider said she ignored PR guidance and kept posting. That made things complicated fast. And the fallout? Allegedly brutal. Zegler is rumoured to have been quietly pulled from Toy Story 5 and removed from early talks around the Pirates of the Caribbean reboot. Entertainment expert Grace Randolph tweeted, "Studios want stars, not activists." Rachel Zegler might be learning that the hard way. Suddenly, her career wasn't trending. It was teetering. Let's talk about the celebrity roast. It wasn't just fans dragging Rachel. Big names jumped in. First up, Sean Ono Lennon. That's right, John Lennon's son. On March 31st, he slammed Rachel on X, calling her a brat with zero humility. He posted, "It's no surprise the movie flopped. You can't trash a legacy and expect fans to show up." Then came Danica Patrick, former race car queen and a known Trump supporter. She reposted a viral roast video of Rachel, captioning it simply, "Bye-bye." Subtle? Nah. Savage? Absolutely. The clip she shared called Rachel's brand of feminism corporate cosplay, mocking her TikTok activism as performative. Danica's post blew up, with fans debating whether this was fair game or a pile-on. Some cheered, "Finally, someone said it." Rachel's fake feminism was always a joke. Others defended Zegler. "This is bullying disguised as commentary. Y'all hate successful women who speak out." And then came that infamous quote. In a 2022 red carpet interview, Rachel Zegler confidently declared, "At every premiere I do, people will wait in line to see me, despite my flaws." Well, the internet never forgets. That clip resurfaced as Snow White bombed, paired with photos of empty theatres and abandoned popcorn buckets. One viral tweet mocked, "People will wait in line to roast you, not watch you." A top reply added, "Rachel Zegler, the only Disney princess whose fanbase is in witness protection." Even parody accounts joined the pile-on, turning confidence into comedy. From self-assured star to meme fodder, fast. At its core, this flop wasn't just a Rachel Zegler problem, it was a Disney crisis in motion. Audiences are fatigued by Disney's conveyor belt of live-action remakes. Pinocchio tanked on Disney+, The Little Mermaid barely broke even, and now Snow White, with a $270 million budget, turned into another cinematic cautionary tale. Industry analyst Matthew Belloni told Puck News, "The formula is broken. Audiences crave stories, not recycled brands." BBC Culture echoed this sentiment, reporting, "The backlash to Snow White began months before its release. Many viewers had already tuned out." Even Variety noted Disney insiders were quietly panicking as early tracking numbers showed unusually low interest for a princess IP. Bottom line, nostalgia isn't enough anymore. The audience wants something real. If Hollywood taught us anything, it's that perception is power. And Rachel Zegler's perception took a hit the minute she called the original Snow White weird for focusing on love. Reddit threads lit up. Why even sign on to a role if you hate what it stands for? You don't have to like the prince, but you should respect the legacy. Instagram comments flooded her posts. Some fans stayed loyal, many didn't. One viral comment said, "You're not Snow White, you're Snow wrong." And Twitter. They've declared open season on her. "Rachel Zegler just turned Disney into Wish.com, one said. Another said, "She thought she'd be the next Zendaya. Turns out she's the next Amber Heard." So is this the end for Rachel Zegler? Not necessarily. But let's be real. The climb back up will be steep. With Disney reportedly distancing themselves, studios second-guessing casting calls, and fan trust fractured, Rachel's in for a tough season. Still, she's got defenders. Some in the media say she's a scapegoat for a flawed movie. Others argue that the film's problems go beyond her, pointing to weak writing, generic visuals, and bad timing. But even if that's true, the damage is done. And in Hollywood, optics matter more than facts. So there it is, y'all. The wild ride of Rachel Zegler and the most expensive flop in Disney live-action history. A mix of bad PR, unchecked ego, and franchise fatigue collided in real time, and the wreckage. Whew, it's iconic. But here's the question. Was Rachel Zegler unfairly targeted, or did she dig her own grave with that mic? Is this cancel culture gone rogue, or the fall of a star who flew too close to the Disney sun? Let us know in the comments below. Was Rachel doomed from the start, or was this Disney's biggest mistake yet? Smash that like button if you're here for the tea, hit subscribe buttons and turn on notifications, because the next scandal's always just one tweet away. And remember, in Hollywood, no crown stays clean forever.